What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we're going to be reviewing S.O.N's album Grant Us Eyes, which dropped back in 2021. Right now, S.O.N is gearing up to drop the first in the Council of Nine, King Umbra, the Bastard Son, hopefully dropping this year. I figured this was the best time to go over Grant Us Eyes because it is an introduction to S.O.N. It is currently the only album he has, and honestly, I think that this album really sets up the Council of Nine very, very well. I'm very curious if he had the idea or inspiration for the Council of Nine prior to making Grant Us Eyes, or if it came after the fact. And I will really kind of jump into that more as we go into the album, because there are reverse messages in this album that I have gone and reversed, and hearing them reversed and hearing them not being backmasked and hearing what is being said, it really kind of changed the view of this whole album for me. Going into this album originally, I thought the whole concept of it was S.O.N granting us, the listeners, eyes. But the more that I've listened to it and heard these reverse messages and really kind of watched these recent interviews he's been doing, because he's been making his rounds on the different podcasts and making appearances and doing interviews, really kind of talking about the Council of Nine, I really think that Grant Us Eyes isn't just granting us, the listeners, eyes, but I think it has a lot to do with granting the Council of Nine eyes and granting them passage into our world. As far as that whole thing goes, there's so much I have to learn about it. I know that he has drawn inspiration from ICP's 6 Joker cards. Obviously, he's a juggalo. He is also a big fan of low-key and draws inspirations from the 12 Oracles. There is a third thing that he draws inspiration from, but I don't remember what that was, and I don't know enough about it. But there's a lot that I myself need to learn, and one thing about this album that is really kind of awesome is every time you listen to it, there's more things that you pick up as you listen. And there's things that I never picked up. I've observed from other people talking about it. Like, in this album, there's a couple of songs where there are characters or people that are mentioned, and when you really pay attention, it's all connected. So, I do have a CD here, and I do want to open it up and just kind of show you what it is. Getting a copy of this physically apparently is very rare. S.O.N, I think, has only pressed, and this is just a spitball number for me. I don't know the actual number, but I feel like there's only a little over 100 of these that have been pressed. I was lucky to get a recent run of these. I think he pressed up like 20, 25 more, and I got lucky enough to get one of these because they went fast. They are highly sought after. This album is really fucking good. It's a concept album. It introduces you to S.O.N. It introduces you to his character, the King of Dark Energy. And again, I feel like this fully ushers in the Council of Nine. And I don't know if that was the intention or if it was just kind of a happy accident now that he's had the idea for the Council of Nine and they've just kind of seamlessly connected to each other. So we will open it up and I will show you the inside. There you have the artwork kind of from the beginning, or from the beginning, yeah, from the front, but more vibrant, more bright. And there's a little passage here, and I will go ahead and read it to you, even though I'm not the greatest reader. It says, every step you have traveled, every breath you have taken, every choice that you have made, all of your time has led to this. The call from within has always been there, guiding towards what you were destined for. Your purpose may seem vague. At times, this life can almost seem pointless. The pain you felt added to the tears you shed. The tears you shed added to the confusion that made you think you were lost. And when you felt that you were lost, you found your way. Right here, right now, to this very moment. It does not matter if you're ready or if you're scared. What is done is done. Let it begin and see it through till the end. The purpose is now, right in front of you. Do with what you will. Grant us eyes, ye mighty spirit. Grant us eyes. So, like I said, originally going into this felt very much like S.O.N was granting us eyes. Or in this case, like there's a deity, a higher spirit, a higher being granting us eyes. Whether you want to say it's a religious god or a religious devil. That was kind of my original take on this. But the more that I've really just digested it, the more that I'm interpreting it in different ways. And I think that this album, much like the Joker cards, are very, very open to interpretation. I'd like to hope that they are. Granted, I've never had conversations with S.O.N. I've never had those sit downs and talked with him. I know listening to him in interviews, he's somebody that I kind of like listen to because he comes off extremely fucking wise. It's really fucking cool. But there's a big story here at play that he is introducing us to, and much like the Joker cards and much like the 12 oracles that Loki has, he's kind of bringing this vision towards us. And again, I think it's open to interpretation, and maybe it's not. I would like to think that it is, but this is an album that I think, rather than me telling you what it's about, this is something you need to go and listen to yourself and digest yourself, and maybe even have conversations with other people who are listening to it, because I think there's so much to take in. There's things that you're going to miss that maybe other people are going to miss, and I think having conversations about this album is really great. And it's one of those albums that you're going to listen to over and over again and I think find new things about it. So I do want to jump into the track list, and actually I want to play you guys the tracks so that you can hear it for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
You've been met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
Dark energy surrounds me, it buried me and it binds me. Humanity behind me, the light is often blinding. Let go of your fear and follow, give unto me. Locusts swarm from inside the cathedral as I sit in meditation, holding a scarab beetle. I watch the abyss as it spreads amongst the people, asking only one question: am I evil? Everything violence, I legion, high by Malta. He waits for you to bring him through. Ancient souls with a burning pain, he is locked away deep inside your brain. So for the last time the bottle hits her lips, then she looks up and sees him inside the Oculus. I think it's time, there isn't much left. Relax your mind and just breathe me into you. Give it to me.
He said that it is hellfire. Therefore, the word fire is included in this place.
You try to run, but the ground is giving out beneath. Every step you take is like a serpent biting at your feet. You fight with all your might. You manage to escape. You run and try to hide, but you can never get away. The ground shakes.
Killer priest, built guts in a confession booth. I'm really sorry, son, but there's no going back. It cost your soul to collab with Joey Black.
Old Father, behind the gates, can you hear us in this awful place? Grant them minds that it be undone. Let them. I'm running, but I can't escape. I hear the crows getting close. I ain't slept for days. I know when they catch up, I might have to pay. So I'm heading to the overpass and doing it my way. Head first, right there on the highway. Slip my wrist first to make sure it works. And when the shit hurts, I eat the pain. Cause now, sigils that glow on the wall by the couch, I'm fixated in as my vision fades. Lately, I've been different. I know I'm not acting like myself. My mind's been losing time. My body's changing. No one's there.
Oh, look, you've made it. Only the strong can withstand the descent into madness, but look at you, a survivor. Always finding a way to escape your return to the eternal abyss.
I got this meat in my teeth, so it's bon appetit. Survival of the fittest, and we all need to eat. Feed this beast as he awakes. Dehinge my jaw like a snake. Drip. Your stepdaughter will cry herself to sleep. No off days, that's 7 days a week. All because of everything that you would do every night at 12 o'clock when you would slip into a room. No excuses for the torment inside of a mind. You put damage on her soul. You have now aligned your mind, and with these words I grant us eyes. Oh Father, oh Son.
sun, all flame. Lift the veil as I speak thy name. The blessing is bestowed, but the mission's just begun. As we dilate and grow, we are legion, we are one. We are many, we are one. We are different but the same. We are moving as a beast that goes by many names. Eternally undying, forever.
Now, like I had said, there are reverse messages in this. There's at least 4 that I know of. 3 of them I've gone and reversed, and I will play them here in a moment for you. The 4th one is kind of, if you've ever watched my series backwards, the 4th one is kind of like a spice drop, I call it. I don't think there's really anything significant to it. I honestly haven't gone and reversed it because I'm listening to the tone of it, I'm pretty sure what it is. It's the 4th one is on the blessing, and there's a part where he's all Father, all, and you hear the reversing of it, and it kind of sounds like it's a similar tone. So I think it's him saying that, but it's just reversed and laced over each other. Again, I could be wrong. I maybe should have gone and reversed that one as well, but I think the more important ones that needed to be reversed have been reversed, and I will play them for you now. The first one is at the end of A Terrible Fate, and I will play that for you now.
Follow us. Believe in us. We are your protection. Your retribution. Renaissance. 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 Grant us eyes. He is with us. We are with you. Renaissance. Renaissance.
That one there is another one that really kind of changed my perspective a little bit of this album. You can hear the voices there, and they sound very demonic, and it's basically saying, you know, we are with you, we are with him, he is with, you know, it kind of explaining the hive mind. And that made me interpret that the voices we're hearing are the council. We are hearing these otherworldly beings that are saying that we are with you, you are with us, and, you know, S.O.N. kind of talk about the whole hive mind, and, you know, you are granting us eyes. That, to me, is what kind of took my mind and went, whoop, and flipped it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I originally thought that this album was supposed to be about us gaining the foresight and, you know, granting us that eye. But I think that there's also another side to it of these beings being granted eyes as well. The next one is in Grant Us Eyes, and I will play that for you right now.
From the realm of madness, the logic does not make sense, but the truth is unveiled. To please the ancient gods, we spill the blood of the innocent in hopes that we can get eyes granted on the inside, not the outside of our face, but the inside of our minds, so we may see the truth. So we ask blessings from the gods that guided the hand of man. They broke the scriptures of the Necronomicon. We ask the ancient gods for the blessings of the true power of insight. Help us see past the veil.
So there, that one there, you can hear S.O.N. kind of talking about not able to see through the eyes that we have. You know, again, that kind of, to me, it flips it right back to us, the listeners, gaining that foresight. That's what I mean. Like, these reverse messages really kind of fucked with me. I'm like, whoa. Like, the whole concept of this album is kind of like a 360 of where do you land on what and who is getting granted these eyes. And again, there's so much there to still digest and understand about it. The third one is in The Descent, and there you hear really kind of this demonic, really reminds me of Hell's Pit, and that's kind of what The Descent really takes us into, is this descent. The whole vibe of the album then changes of like kind of this hellscape. But I'm going to go ahead and play that reverse message for you here now.
with a razor blade.
And this one here, this one kind of feels like one of those spice drops as well. Just something to sound demonic and lead you into the mouth of madness and make it really kind of seem hellish. But there is an interesting part there where he was talking about I am the flames. That part kind of messed with me, because then it almost seemed like there was this devil coming out through this person saying that, and he's talking about killing the neighbor's dog, and you know, maybe that's just talking about the descent into madness. But it does make me wonder if there for a second we weren't hearing a possible demonic entity, maybe that is part of the Council of Nine, or maybe that isn't. Again, it's all still very new to me, and I'm still trying to really digest as much of this as I can. I don't, I don't have the blueprint. All I can do is interpret what I can interpret, and hopefully I don't interpret things wrong, because, again, I'd like to think that this album is open to interpretation. So anyway, going into this album, absolutely fucking amazing. This is an album you listen to from front to back, or at least I do. Most of the people that I talk to kind of feel the same way. This isn't an album where I'm going in specifically wanting to just listen to one or two songs and then be done with it. This is not a song jumping album. It's what I refer to those as. This is something I'm going into, and I want to listen to the story of Grand S.O.N, and I want to just fucking vibe the fuck out. This album is absolutely great. One thing I want to point out, and this was brought to my attention thanks to the homie Robbie from Do It For The Underground, who is now on the YouTube platform. So if you are not subscribed to that channel, I will try to remember to link it in the description. Make sure you go check it out. He is actually affiliated with S.O.N. He has the Legion Realm is the kind of stamp, if you will, of S.O.N. on that channel. So definitely go check that out and subscribe to that channel. There's going to be some fucking dopeness coming from that, I believe. But he had pointed out that Grand S.O.N, the song, was actually recorded in Low Key's RV. If you don't know about Low Key, first of all, you should know about Low Key. Fucking super talented, underground's best kept secret. That song really feels like it kind of belongs on an oracle, one of Low Key's oracles. And from what I have understood, I was told, I believe by Robbie as well, that the female singing on that track is the same female that Loke has used multiple times on the different oracles that he has. I could be incorrect with that information. If I am, obviously correct me. But if I'm right, then, confirm it for me. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember hearing or having been said or seen somewhere. But I did want to point out that Grand S.O.N, was recorded in Low Key's RV, which to me is like that stamp of Low Key, and almost connects it to Shadowland for me. When I found that out, it was like, damn, does the Council of Nine exist in a realm close to Shadowland? Does it exist within Shadowland? It just, for me, it was like, boom. Like, I get into concepts. I get into this kind of shit. I get into story albums. It's why I love the Joker cards. It's why I love the Oracles. And it's why I know I'm going to fucking love the Council of Nine. So, I've rambled on like a motherfucker. Let's get into our top 5 songs. Again, this is an album that you're going to listen to from front to back, or that I listen to from front to back. But I do have some top songs that really stand out amongst the rest. To me, those 5 are EVIL, The Mouth of Madness, Amen, The Bridge, and The Blessing. And my favorite out of all of them, honestly, it's really kind of a tie. The Mouth of Madness and The Bridge are both really fucking great tracks. They, to me, are super reminiscent to Hell's Pit. They are super reminiscent to Every Day I Die. In there, fucking S.O.N. is depicting like a scene of absolute fucking hell, just like in Every Day I Die. And to me, he did that in such a great way. It's like truly rivaled Violent J in a certain aspect. And I know that may turn a lot of people off, but it was absolutely great the way he did that. And it just, to me, it felt so like, it made me think of Every Day I Die. And I just was like, holy fuck. So definitely The Mouth of Madness and The Bridge for me, they are hands down my favorite. But again, this whole album is a great album. and it's one that I'm going to listen to from front to back. And if you have not listened to this album, I suggest you go listen to it. And if you didn't like it, listen to it again. If you start to like it, listen to it again. This is an album you're going to listen to more than once, I think. Or if you just flat out just are like, I don't like it, and you try it again, you're like, I don't like it, then at least you tried. But I think that every juggalo who is like a hardcore fan of the first 6 Jokers card, which if you're a juggalo that doesn't like the first 6 Jokers card, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here calling yourself a juggalo. But if you're a juggalo that loves the 6 Joker cards, you want the 6 Joker cards back, you want that old sound, that old feel that the 6 Joker cards had, this album to me delivers that. And if you don't feel that, well, then I don't know what to say for you. But for those of you who have listened to the album, then who like the album, tell me down below what your favorite songs are. Again, if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. If you decide you like it, come back, tell me what you guys like about it. What are your favorite tracks? And yeah, I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.